Right, let that beat drop, baby. Let that beat drop. I love it. It's early in the morning, right? It's early. I hope you got your coffee. I hope you got your coffee, right? I got mine. Come on, dance with me, baby. Yeah, get that morning out. Yeah. Let's get this thing going one way or another. You guys know how this thing rock and roll with the nation. Up all day, even if whether it's late, whether it's early in the morning. Let's grow this thing. Let's continue to pump this thing up. We got some show for you guys today. I really want to appreciate you guys for tuning in to the thing. Yeah, let's get this thing going. Yeah. Yeah. Salute. Yeah. Yes, y'all tune into this thing. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Yes. Watch how that beat come in. Watch how that beat come in. Yes. I see you, Chad Walker. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. Gotta let this room fill up a little bit more before we start. Yes, indeed. Let this room fill up just a little bit more. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to this page. Yes, yes. It's always a pleasure. Always a plus. Yes. Come on, Cowboy Nation. I know you guys are live. I know you guys lit. T. Wilson, what's good, fam? Salute to you. Come on. Let's go. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Wake up, nation. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Yes, indeed, man. Do we buy this thing up? Do we get this thing going? Yes, got one more person in here, man. I'm not starting this thing until this room fill up. Let's go. Wake up, nation. Get out of them shopping aisles. Stop all that shopping. Let's get this thing going one way or another. I'm not going to start until we get this thing going. Come on. You got to let the room fill up. Fill up. Share this thing. Stop all that shopping, nation. Grab your coffee. Cool. Let's get this thing going one way or another. I don't have enough people in this room. I know for sure you guys are still shopping, but this is a shame right now for only having 3 people in here. I cannot do a show with only 3 people. Come on, Cowboys Nation. I cannot do this show with only 3 people. Y'all still up. I held y'all hostage last night. Y'all get back up again. If I'm up, you gotta get up. Get up, Cowboys Nation. Salute. I cannot do this show with only 3 people. Come on, let's go, baby. Hit that subscribe button. Share this content. I might have to go ahead and join Law Nation 2.0 page over here. Come on, baby. Chillo, what's good up with you, man? Shout out to you, man. Tyrese Jackson, what's good? Jacoby Bryant, what's good? Shout out to you. T. Wilson, first person that's in the chat box. Fill this room up. I cannot do this show with only 3 people. Let's go, man. Yes. Let's go. Notification squad, where y'all at? Swat up, where y'all at? Swat up. Swat up, notification squad. Come on. Let's pump this thing. I got a full show for you guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Kerry Teagle, what's good, man? Shout out to you and your whole entire family, fam. Conway Tweety. Alex Dry, what's good? Rue, yo. I never sleep, Rue. You was with me last night. Shout out to you, Rue. We did a show last night, man. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I got a show, man. I can't just start with just us. At least we got let me see where we at. The goal. We got 16 people in here. Let's get to 25 people. 25 get in this when we start then. How about that? Go grab you a cup of coffee. Man, my page is trash right now. Nobody support this thing, right? But the 18 people we got here. Come on, man. Come on. We #1 in the division. Don't treat Law Nation like this. Don't treat me like this. Come on now. Rule, you been working? Man, Rule, you're a soldier, man. You are a soldier. You've been working since last night. My God, man. I went and got me some shout out and everything. Shout out to you, Rule. Angel, what's good? Shout out to you. Chillo, Da Vinci. Tell your people, man, that Law about to go live. We live like 95. Come on, man. 21, we got a couple more people to get to 25. At least when we can go live like 95 and we get 25 in the chat box. Come on. Shout out to those that's on the Periscope. Smoke and Mirrors, Marcus, what's good? Shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you for tuning in on the Periscope. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Well, I think you can say it that way. I hope you guys are shopping. You know, if you smart and wise, right, you shop online, right? Yes, indeed. Let's get Mark Holmes on the phone. I probably need to reach out to Mark Holmes because when we play the Filthy in a couple of weeks, we're going to be live like 95 in Dallas. Hey, Anthony Brown did have the best game so far, Chillo. Yeah, I'm going to put Q&A in this session too, man, so we can talk about this. Let's be about this. The Dallas Cowboys for real, right? I hope you guys are shopping, right? 24. Man, since I like 24, so I love the number 24. We're going to rock it out with 24. How about that then? That's one of my favorite numbers of all time. That's Everson Wall's number, the Cheeto Woozier number. Hey, that's the number that I wore when I was in high school, middle school. That's my number. So let's go ahead and roll with it from there. Yeah. It jumped up to 28. Appreciate y'all. Join the notification squad. Help a brother out. Your brother from another mother. No other don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it cool with each and every last one of you guys. All right, so today we're going to talk and we're going to look at ESPN or Fox First Take or Undisputed, whatever the name of this show is. And this is my first time because I have yet to hear what they have to say. And then we're going to do a quick Q&A at the end. This is how we rock and roll. This is how we go out with the Law Nation. We get things going in the right direction. We're on top of the division. You guys see right there, 6-5 Dallas Cowboys, the America's team, right? With Silver and Blue Nation all day, even twice on Sunday. Those that have love and adulations toward this team goes beyond the stars and back, right? We support this team regardless of the situation. We support this team regardless of anything that's going on. We always in the mix. I'm only talking to the diehard Cowboys fans at this point, right? Not those who go wishy-washy, fickle fans and things like that. We love this team and we support this team regardless. And I said at the beginning of the year, come hell and high water, this team will and should win the NFC East. But they having a conversation now on the Undisputed show about are the Cowboys basically for real. Let's listen in to them, and we're going to do a quick Q&A, and we're going to go back and forth with Undisputed and Skip and Shannon Sharp and all those guys, however you want to call it, right? Appreciate those who tune in to the nation.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yes.
He's in a good mood. I don't like it.
How about this LA weather? Hasn't it been beautiful? How about these Black Friday sales? Aren't you ready for these? How about them Cowboys? Did you watch that, Shannon?
No.
How about them Cowboys?
You turkey fan got you, right?
Yeah.
Too much turkey.
And I don't like Black Friday because they mark everything up and then make you think you're getting a
That's
sale.
a
when
good
they put
point.
It,
I would agree with that.
No.
Good.
How about them
doing,
Cowboys?
James?
I'm doing all right.
Yes. How about them Cowboys?
I just want you to know.
Here we
Hold
go.
on, let's look at the ensemble. He went all black, which is cool. I think Shannon Sharp, he loves the blue. He wears some type of shades of blue, so that's cool. I like that. I like the ensemble. The pretty lady that's in the middle. Shout out to her. She got the shoulders covered up. Okay, she got a nice little wardrobe on. But let's go ahead.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm sick
cool.
already.
Good.
Almost didn't come into work today.
Well, you're going to
Yeah,
call
yeah.
out sick?
I don't believe you.
Yesterday, Thanksgiving. Today is Christmas for you, Skip Bayless, because we have plenty to talk about.
Yet.
Okay.
I hope I have about 5 more Christmases
no.
before the real Christmas.
Your day coming.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next Thursday.
Now, see that energy, Jamie?
Same energy.
You'll be here next Friday, I think. I want you to have that same energy. That same
I knew you were gonna
tenacity
say
that you
it.
brought today. Have
Oh,
it next week.
hold on.
Like a little kid.
What he doing? He watching my shows, man. He talk about same energy and same tenacity. It's all good. We know who got the tenacity out here. Shout out to him, though.
So excited. All right. There is only one place that we can start this show. That's in Dallas. Skip Cowboys went out yesterday, had a great Thanksgiving.
They
Ezekiel
did.
Elliott rushed for over 100 yards for the 3rd straight game. Dak
did.
Prescott had arguably his best game of the year with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. Amari
did.
Cooper had his best game as a Cowboy with 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys have now won 3 straight, tied the Redskins on top of the NFC East at 6-5.
Before they say anything, ooh, did y'all love Amari Cooper yesterday? Did y'all love Amari Cooper? Wasn't you guys at the edge of your seat? I know I was. I was calling the game, but I'm sitting there like, oh, Amari Cooper. No flags. No flags on both of his touchdowns. I was looking for the flag. I was like, where that flag at? Where that flag at? And you already know that I'm sitting there saying, they better not flag whoop us. They better not flag whoop us. And we finally got some holding calls against the opposition, right? So that's cool. That is cool. Amari Cooper. And then shout out to him. I was looking at most of his film from last year. And when he scored a touchdown, he's more so like, I'm going to shake their hand, all about the business, and go back to the sideline. Amari Cooper at the age of 24, AC, we're going to just call him AC because, he's cool. He's cool like the other side of the pillar. My brother from another mother, no other, right? This guy, he's having the best time of his life. How that song go? Living the best life. That is what he's doing right now. But let me go ahead and let them talk. I'm too crushed.
Listen to Cooper and Dak after the game.
Everyone jumped off the bandwagon. Of course, at 3-5, and you expect that.
Call them out,
I can
Dak.
tell you who didn't doubt ourselves, who didn't think that we could do this, or didn't think that we had the team, is everybody in that locker room. And that's all that really matters. So as long as we locked arms, we stayed tight, we knew we could do this and we can do more. So that's the only thing that matters to us, and we're going to continue trying to get better.
And I've just been putting in extra time with my coaches, with Dak. We sit right by each other in the meeting rooms, and just trying to catch up and be on the same page. And for some reason, since I got here, the chemistry between me and Dak has been phenomenal.
Chemistry.
Interesting.
Is it interesting?
Yeah.
Shannon, you go first.
Whatever. You know what, Skip, out of the question is, well, how impressive were the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Skip, I thought offensively I was very impressed with their offense. Zeke got his touches.
Yeah.
Dak threw the ball. Okay, not great, but he threw the ball. Amari Cooper is showing why they gave up the first-round pick to get him. But Skip, I wasn't overly impressed and I wasn't overly impressed with the defense because I thought Washington moved the ball better than I thought they would, given down 2 offensive linemen, given Colt McCoy. And really, they don't have anything outside the numbers as far as wide receiver that you like, okay, yeah, they can. But the 2 tight ends, basically everything that Colt McCoy threw, the 2 tight ends, Josh Reed, Vernon Davis, who can still fly, made plays. But offensively, Skip, I think you have to be pleased with what you saw. Zeke ran the ball with conviction. And when he runs the ball like that, it sets up everything else. Dak, I thought he held the ball a little bit too long in the first half, and they didn't really break the game open. He and Coop broke the game open in the 3rd quarter. But I thought Washington was right in the ball game in the first half and had an opportunity to maybe take the lead. And they got back. They did take the lead, and it seemed like once they missed that PAT, the momentum just went out of Washington, and Dallas goes right back down the field, score a touchdown, stop them, and they go get another touchdown. But I got from Washington's offense what I thought. I thought Colt McCoy, there's a reason why he's been a career backup. Contrary to what you try to lead people to believe, that Colt McCoy, he's the last team to beat the Cowboys. And no. He's Colt McCoy. And this wasn't a rodeo. Rodeo, give me Colt. Give me a guy named Tough. But football game,
Well,
I want a guy named Tom. I want a guy named Drew.
I thought he almost turned this into a rodeo, but go ahead.
Yeah. He did.
Yep.
He looked very clownish out there.
Hey, man, when you're talking about Colt McCoy, his deal, his whole come on, camera, get back with me, camera. Get back with me, camera. His whole deal with the Colt McCoy, after they scored their touchdown, they missed the field goal. My thing is, the Cowboys, they always play like, not front runners. They play, they don't open up that full playbook, basically, until after another team scores. And it's somehow, some way, shout out to Sip the Truth, man. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. Somehow, some way, Cowboys really don't do their deal until after, and I mean to after the situation is over with, man. So when the other team scored, that seems that like that's the philosophy that then the Cowboys going to open up the real true playbook. They're going to have to fix that down the line, man. It is what it is. But it is what it is, man. They got to stop doing that, man. They got to figure out a way to go ahead and score and get things going.
Skip throwing that ball.
No, he turned the defense into clown.
Did you see that ball flutter? And I thought they missed a call on that interception. He held, Awuzie held the guy. Did he or did he not?
He did.
Okay,
He did.
But they didn't call it, so it didn't matter. But I think the Cowboys have to be pleased. You know, anytime you get you don't play again until next Thursday, you win the way they won, especially offensively, and that's what you want. The offense is starting to get to round into shape. Zeke looking good. He's starting to eat a little bit more. But Washington got after him early. They didn't have.
He's actually eating a little less off the field.
Well, he was eating on the field. He was eating early and often.
He was.
Because he went 2, 7, 6, 16. The next thing you know, they're in the end zone.
Touchdown.
So, slightly impressive, but I remain cautious.
I thought that was a very objective view of what happened yesterday. So, I am here to tell you that contrary to what Jamie thinks I'm going to say about Christmas morning, that after I slept on what I watched yesterday and last night as it went into the evening, I wasn't that impressed with it. In fact, I thought yesterday was oddly a microcosm of the whole Cowboy season. There were ups and there were a whole bunch of downs, and there were some highs and there were a whole bunch of lows, and there was a roller and there was a coaster, and we're just going like this. And when the game's over, I'm worn out again because I'm waiting for this. I keep telling you, poised for takeoff. That team did not exactly take off yesterday. That team did not hit on all cylinders yesterday to all the points that you just made. That team was actually pretty lucky yesterday in many ways, shapes, and forms throughout the game. A lot of.
Let me talk to him, man. I'm shocked. I'm extremely shocked at Skip Bayless. But, hey, for once, he's telling the truth because there were a lot of highs and lows. So I'm shocked. How about you guys? Let me see what you guys talking about over here. That's tuning in. I'm shocked. I don't know about you all, but I'm shocked that he said that. And shout out to you, Michael Kelly. Fix, fire Lanahan. That's what Alex said. Just go ahead and fire him. Yeah, it was a lot of highs and lows. Let me know. Put your opinions down below whether or not you was like at the edge of your seat. You thought that this team should have been like really took advantage of this team by blowing them out. I'm thinking about 38-13 type of game. 40-13 type of game. I don't think that they should have got their second touchdown or what have you, whatever it may have been. I don't think they should have got the first touchdown. Voch Lombardi, who's Voch for president of 80%ers. Shout out to you, man. You kind of got me for a second. I thought you were Voch in this thing. Shout out to you, man. Rue, Russ, what'd you say, Rue? He's saying that for a reason. The setup is for something else, in my opinion. All right. The big knock has been no interceptions, no turnovers. This is from Rue. Cooper goes off, people finding something. Multiple players. Yes. They need safety in this next year's draft. Yeah, I agree. I think the team is still leaning towards Earl. I think they are. Shout out to you, man. Texas T. I love that name. Texas T is okay, but I love your username. But Mississippi tea, man, is sweet. It's sweet. And then it got a little spike to it, too. I wasn't impressed either, Law. I get what Skip is saying. Hey, that's what my guy Texas T saying. He wasn't that impressed as well. So we still got some work to do. Shout out to this guy right here that's in the all black.
Balls and calls went their way, right?
Right.
And in the end, I keep saying they still haven't peaked yet. That's a good thing that they haven't peaked yet. But big picture, all I know for sure is they have now won 3 straight games. And the first 2, I didn't think they could win, at Philadelphia and at Atlanta. I definitely thought they would win that game yesterday, and they should have won it easily. They should have won it going away because they were ahead 31-13, and it came down to an onside kick that they had to recover to stop the bleeding. Am I right about that?
Yeah,
true that.
That's not a good thing.
Skip.
But a great thing is that this team has not turned the football over one time in the last 3 games. The quarterback hasn't turned it over. Nobody's fumbled it. Zeke hasn't fumbled. Nothing has gone wrong in the negative on the offensive side, while some positive continues to flash every game. So they've won 3 straight games, and to your chagrin and much to your heartburn that you're having, not just from what you overate yesterday.
Truth.
Yeah, you did.
I cannot
Yeah, you
believe
did.
it.
I know you, but it's okay. It's Thanksgiving. It's just one day a year. It's the glutton's holiday, right?
I didn't
It's okay.
I ate like in increments, like 2 hours here, 2
That's
hours
good.
there.
That'll
so
work.
That's not over.
That will work, and I'm sure there are a lot of leftovers left over, and so you'll continue to overeat today, but that's okay. It's not a problem. But the point is, much to your chagrin, my team is now perfectly positioned to win the NFC East, in part by default, because the Redskins are still going to lose some more games, and the Eagles are definitely going to lose some more games because they're scheduled. They are not going to win out. You are so wrong, and you're going to lose 3 more cases of due on the Eagles, plus 3 more cases on my Cowboys winning it all, and your Giants are coming. I will agree with you. I don't think Odell's going to be able to live up to win-out prediction, but they're going to be a factor because they're going to be the spoiler. They're going to take their little pounds of flesh. Maybe they'll beat the Eagles this week.
Now, stop hoping.
Well, they just might.
You getting Jamie hopes up,
No,
and you go there like, oh, yeah.
I'm not. But again, maybe it's by default. You can argue it's the worst division in pro football. But again, as much as I love my quarterback,
Yes, indeed. So that was about pretty much the end of it. I appreciate you guys on that aspect, and we can bring up another topic, man. But let me know how you feel about Skip points on this, man, because he laid the information down in a sense that we wasn't used to it. You know, he did that part of it, and which was cool. You know, I really think that. With that being said, that's something special right there for Skip Bayless of all people, man, to be able to put that type of information out there. So that in a sense, by along is something just different, especially hearing from him and his thoughts and his thing about this team. But let's go over here and listen to these guys, you know, if you don't mind, before I go into details of the Skip Bayless. The Skip Baylesses is other worlds, okay? We're going to talk. When this is my first time listening to them, too. So
back here on First Things First with Bart Scott, we are going viral. Chase Daniel started for the first time since 2014 yesterday.
Appreciate you guys. Let me see if I can get this going to when they start talking. Yeah, they normally do this little talk over here. We're gonna skip it right to about right here. Appreciate you guys. They're going to talk about it, too. This is First Thing First with Chris Carter and them.
Defense making turnovers, we're actually going and cashing them in for touchdowns.
And then we're going to do a Q&A at the end. We already heard what he talked about with this.
Even when we're playing it, so
and then we'll do a full Q&A. Get your questions together.
Holding up when we need to, making plays down the field. But there's still plays out there that have been left out there on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
say,
we already heard this part earlier, but you know, it's first thing first.
And, we've just been focused, man. Standing tall with our backs against the wall, relentless.
Hold on. Hey, my guy over here, man. Shout out to you. Was it Two Dogs? For King, you know, I can't say your real name on here, but he said Skip sounds smart to dumb people. Oh man, come on, man. Don't crucify us, man. Two Dog, man. Hey, man, don't crucify us. You know how it goes, man. Skip finally making sense, basically. To me, personally, he's speaking facts, regardless of the scenario. So it's hard for me to defend Skip. Ain't this right, Spiffy AC? Spiffy AC in this thing. Spiffy AC stands for Spiffy Amari Cooper. He already had the name before he even got traded to the team. Ain't that something? What's up? I'm watching First Take, waiting to see what they have to say now. I wish I can turn to ESPN, but ESPN be on that Huff stuff, man. So I can't do the ESPN like this. But it's all good.
You watch this game. What do you think is going to be the key, or what has been the key to this Cowboys team turning things around? Because it seems like they just sort of hit a corner. And
I like Bart's
decide and understand and
offensive line coach.
Thoughts.
The offensive line coach, they made the change because they were trying to do more of a Denver scheme and get these guys going laterally. This is a big physical offensive line. You put a lot of draft equity into them. They're coming downhill. They're coming off double teams and getting up to the next level. They're putting Zeke in an eye back behind the quarterback. Dak underneath center. You're getting power runs, and he's making guys pay, and they're making business decisions. He's a big, physical, fast running back with loose hips, able to cut back, wind back, and get back to the second level. He's running away from guys, and that's been the biggest difference, allowing Dak to have play action down the field. Amari Cooper stepping up, but a little thing that concerns me is the fact that, 9 receptions for Cooper, but I don't see Hearns, who was one of their big offseason acquisitions, getting involved in the game, and Beasley starting to disappear. You need somebody that's going to be able to work the seams. They don't have an elite tight end. They need somebody that can work the seams of the defenses.
Yeah.
Before we go further into this, I love his football breakdown. This guy be breaking it down. When I watch First Thing First, and I have yet to see this episode. This is my first time, so you guys are watching it first with me because I have yet to see this episode, so I don't know what they're going to talk about. But when he breaks down plays from a defensive mindset, the guy be on the point, man. He be right on the money, and he's not a, like, for example, Skip Bayless have an angle towards Cowboys. Shannon Sharp have got an angle towards the Cowboys. And we already know that, what's the guy, Stephen A. Smith, he has like a certain view. It's like a myopic view of the Cowboys as well. So this thing right here with this guy right here, he's probably like one of the trillest guys out here. Just when you just talk about this, like the player evaluation, and he comes from a defensive side of the ball. Now he said a lot because my thing is, I think Amari Cooper only had 8 receptions for 180 yards, and I don't think he had 9. But I could be wrong. But that's what this offense dictates. Take what's open. Dak Prescott is not a guy that's going to needle things in and force other things to be open. I know that we love to see that from Dak Prescott, but right now in his career and at this time he's been playing, he's not going to be a guy that for sure that's going to needle things in and just make it happen for the other receivers. He's going to play to the open guy, and we saw that. But the thing is, the difference between Amari Cooper getting open and creating space and running out there, your yak, if they call it, yards after catch, is light years ahead of what Deontay Thompson was doing. Remember this right here. If you don't understand anything else I was saying, that we could not get this done without an elite wide receiver. Of course, I'll fall on the sword and say maybe this thing can work out with plethora of receivers out there. Yes, I'll fall on the sword and say that. But at the end of the day, we had Deontay Thompsons of the world, and then also the Allen Hearns, the Cole Beasleys, and before that we had the Michael Gallup. It was just that those guys was getting open, but they couldn't do nothing yards after the catch, and it was like absolutely zero respect out there for the defense. There was no roll coverages, so that's why you saw a little decline with my guy Ezekiel Elliott. That's why you saw a little hesitation with Dak Prescott as well. Ball bouncing off the bodies, and then the opposition taking the ball off and taking the ball up the field. So that's my thoughts, man. I want to know your thoughts too. Don't be shy. Put them down in the comment box, because it is what it is at this point. Salute to you, Juan, Wick. Appreciate you for tuning in as well. D-Town Text. Yes, let's get this thing going. Let me know if y'all agree with Bart, because he be on the money. The brother be on the money, and it is what it is, guys.
I understand why you'd have concern. I think that let's go to the good part first.
Good part, yeah.
And Amari Cooper being the #1 receiver, proving that I am worth that trade. So now they have so much positive tape that they can build on. And I just believe the Amari Cooper effect, ultimately, he's going to get more coverage. Zeke's going to be running against less people in the box. Now, in the first 3 games before this, man, Zeke, it was kind of, they only had a little bit of coverage to Amari, so Zeke was benefiting. But the reason why the running game was really clicking was because of Mark Colombo, the new offensive line coach, the new combo blocking, and allowing him to get to the secondary. Now Amari, because of these big plays, because what I believe it's going to do, NFL defenses are going to respect that, because you have to respect Amari Cooper's speed. People forget what an elite speed and runner with the football he is. And I believe when you start seeing stuff like that on tape, because I played with quarterbacks, a lot less ability than Dak Prescott. And they always used to tell me, Chris, there's always something about you when you make a play. It just gives me so much more confidence that I feel like I don't have to be perfect every week. I don't have to throw the ball in a certain spot. I'm not afraid to throw it in tight coverage. And you can start to see with Dak in a couple of the throws that he made, Amari's first touchdown, it wasn't perfect. Dak put it in a spot where he can make a play. On the second touchdown, he wasn't on his spot right there. You see him drifting to his left a little bit.
There you go.
He's waiting for Amari to get open. He puts a ball that speaks to him. Amari, there's no coverage to the inside. Take that and run off with it. They have double zone here.
There you go, Chris.
Underneath. He throws it right over the man coverage. Amari makes just an individual play that he's more than capable of doing. So for me now, it's a matter of building on the confidence that Amari, because I saw the kid who left Alabama in 2 of his first 3 years in the NFL was all pro. I mean,
man, hey, I cannot say this anymore. That's what Amari Cooper can do, man. We saw Deontay Thompson in the exact same similar plays that would allow the ball to hit his body and the ball bounce off. And of course, this is like apples and oranges or whatever you want to call it, Ferraris and Hondas. But this is the thing. Now we got Amari Cooper. It has opened up so much things, and that's just what Chris is saying right here, and he's repeating and lamenting the same thing we were saying all the time, is that now we got an explosive wide receiver who can run. I'm talking about every route in the tree. Of course, one can argue that on his curls he can tighten it up a little bit, but beyond that, the guy's plucking the ball out of the sky. We have yet to see the drop issues and things like that. He's playing more relaxed. He's free now, and he's not worried about anything. Man, I wish I could be off on every Friday so we can do like a recap like this. Don't you guys like this? Because I love it, man. I love you guys being in here, and we talking about the Cowboys and the futures and things like that. But let's listen to more what they have to say.
Made the Pro Bowl. So that's the kid that I saw. And sometimes when you have quiet wide receivers, you have to be able to give them a sense of confidence, because I'm not saying Amari doesn't have confidence, but he's not a guy that's going to be bragging about it. Nick Saban immediately identified the personality of Amari Cooper. Yeah, it's a lot like Larry Fitzgerald. It's a lot like Calvin Johnson. But those guys have had coaches that help embolden them. Amari, for him to do that skit.
Well, that's what I was about to see.
I mean, like,
but it was something led up to it.
I mean, for people who would know him and be like, no, he would never do anything like that. To me, it shows he's very, very comfortable being there in Dallas, and they've really empowered him.
And you saw it before even the touchdown, when he's signaling for a first down. Like, that is not typical of Amari Cooper. You've known the guy since before he went to Alabama.
Yeah, I've seen Amari Cooper play every football game since his senior year, and that's 3 years at Alabama before he was drafted by the Raiders. I can swear by this kid. Like, he's one of the kids that I watch every single week.
And we got a diehard Raider fan on the staff who walked in this morning and said, even when Amari Cooper was going great, he every time he scored a touchdown, hand the ball to the ref. Not only was he doing a celebration, but that one was planned out. The guys knew to line up on the free throw line. He did the Markelle Fultz tap it to each other free throw. Like, that was a well thought out, kind of a shade toward, not even kind of, definite shade towards Markelle Fultz. Like, he is feeling at ease enough to do things like that. And the other thing we're seeing from a football perspective is the detriment to the defense. If you're going to use one of your safeties in run coverage, you only got to make one guy miss. Like, that's what we saw in those long touchdowns was he didn't have to run past 2 safeties, only had to run past 1.
And Bart, you've been on a team where you've seen, it's a very good defensive team, but you've seen guys either come to the team, either drafted, you acquire them, and once they get that acceptance in the locker room, what it allows them to do on the field. Maybe explain that to us.
Well, I tell you what, when I look at Cooper, he looks like a guy that got his freedom papers, right? Because what happens when you're in a place and in the football operation, everything is going downhill. It's a black hole, you know, and now you get your freedom papers, and now you're going from a team that you had no expectations for the season, and you get your walking papers, you go to a better place. Much like we see with Eli Apple, it's like being freed, right? You're freed. So now he feels like, okay, I have an opportunity to play meaningful football. My future's bright, and this team believes in me. Where the other team had lost faith in him, now they believe in him. So now when somebody believes, you want to prove them right and prove the other team wrong.
He said that too, because they asked him the question, hey, are you playing like this because you want to prove Oakland to be wrong? He said, no, I don't want to prove
He
them.
said, I want to prove Dallas right.
Yes. I need to see that interview,
Bart,
man.
Is this team playing well enough to win a weak division, or are they playing well enough to actually do some damage moving forward?
Well, they're playing good enough to win this division, just because I feel sorry for Washington, man. I mean, because they did everything right in the offseason, going out, get Alex Smith, you know, improving that offensive line and bringing Adrian Peterson in, who looks like Benjamin Button, you know, who looks refreshed and was going to be able to add something. Reed, for the first time, is healthy. And then the offensive line goes down, and now it's like, well, they're just trying to, you know, stay afloat. And who knows if they can stay afloat. But I believe Dallas not only can win this division, but I feel like they can be a team that can upset a team because they can get ahead. And when you think about, you know, playoff football, you got to pack your run game and your defense. And they have both. They have the ability to take the air out of the football, limit possessions. Time seems to fly by in the playoffs. They can run the ball and take out the time and just, you know, take the time.
The way you guys won some with both your runs. The Jets and the Ravens, like quarterbacks that were similar to Dak Prescott skill set wise. Is Sanchez worse than Dak Prescott? And
they're about the same.
Okay, all right. Sanchez, I say this with no due respect. Sanchez worse than Dak Prescott. But the Cowboys lost games like this early in the year. Close at the halftime. Zeke getting some carries early, and then they found a way to lose. Yesterday, they found a way to win. And Washington, because of those injuries, now the tiebreakers, everything, they're cooked.
Yes, indeed, guys. Hey, that was a cold little show, man. Because normally, you know, we hear all the hate, we hear all the negative with the Cowboys. Finally, we get some positive. And shout out to you. Yes, Sheila, the coffee do taste better when we win. Oh, this coffee. Oh, my goodness, it tastes good. Hope you guys get, I'm almost to the end, and it's getting cold a little bit. I got to give me another cup. I got to re-up. But I'm going to do a Q&A time. Amen. Thank you for tuning in on the Periscope, man. Appreciate you guys. Look, Amari, my man Cooper, AC, always keep it cool. Man, the guy is just putting this team on his back, and I would be remiss to leave out Ezekiel Elliott. If Ezekiel Elliott can match up and pair up some more games like this, everybody talking about these quarterbacks for MVP, can we start talking about MVP for Ezekiel Elliott? Can you imagine what this team would be without Ezekiel Elliott? Can we get some praises? Can we get some loves? And can we get some shout outs to Ezekiel Elliott? We talk about all what the quarterback is doing in Amari Cooper, that AC, how he's cooling everything around. But we got to give some praises to the Ezekiel Elliott. That touchdown he scored, like the first touchdown, I was like, man, it's touchdown. It's one of those things where it's the safety played too far inside, and he bounced that rock to the outside, and it was fantastic. This team, I think that we should be like top 3 or top 4 in rushing because we are killing the ground game. And then on top of that, Ezekiel Elliott is slowly but surely stepping it up each and every week. And then we are seeing a little bit more of his explosiveness with that. And the thing is, the only way we can beat the Saints coming around next Thursday will be the fact that if we can continue to run, we have to run the ball that keeps the shoulder, that keeps the arm, that keep everything of Drew Brees slow, cold, you know, because Drew Brees, let's be real with ourselves. You give him more and more opportunities, he will embarrass you. He will put money on the board. So we will have to figure out a way, guys. Those who out there who love this team more than they like it. You know, because we say this all the time, but I know I say I don't like this team at all. I love this team. But we have to feature Ezekiel Elliott next week. We got to. That's the only chance of us winning this game. Time of possession, running the rock with Ezekiel Elliott, and then on top of that, figuring out ways to take the ball away when it hits us in the hand. Those DBs, shout out to Xavier Woods. Shout out to Anthony Brown. We need another game like Anthony Brown. It may be a misnumber, but we need to have Anthony Brown taking over. These going to be a bunch of undrafted rookies out there that Drew Brees is throwing to. They only got 2 guys that you really have to worry about. That's Ben Watson, that's the tight end, which we have problems covering the tight end out in space. And then we have to worry about their number 13, Michael Thomas. And he's a Thomas too, so I think it's Thompson or Thomas. We got to worry about that guy. We got to worry about that guy. We got to worry about that guy, and he's a momentum guy. He's already thinking about some celebratory touchdown stances and stuff like that. Think about it. Michael Thomas may be the guy that say, I'm going to stand on the star. I don't care about paying the fine. I'm going to stand on the star. So we got to defend that turf. We got to defend Texas Stadium. We got to figure out a way to stop this thing. Oh, Kamara. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Oh, I would be remiss to leave out Kamara and the Ingram kid, the running back. Look, they loaded, baby. They loaded. They loaded. They are loaded. We got our hands full. I forgot about the running attack. And because Kamara, he can catch out of the backfield, man. Shout out to, who said this, man? Gene and Rue. Yeah, we got to worry about those guys. So we got a full plate. This is nothing. This is not no appetizer next week. This is a full entree, double portion. And we got to figure out a way to eat it all up, because if not, they will embarrass us. We'll be thinking about, we'll be scratching our head. Law Nation be here. I'll be like this, like, oh, man, I can't believe this stuff. It's all about fighting all this stuff and player tenacity and player will to win the game. And Coach Gary suck and Scott Linehan is on fire and stuff like that. You guys are going to hear that coming from me if we don't come up to play to next Thursday. We got to be ready. We got to be locked, loaded. Yes, Gene Byron. We got to be out there ready to get things going in the right direction. All right, so I'm going to just opening it up for like Q&A. Let me see. First, I'm going to go over here to the, all right, let's see what we have here. Twitch. Man, what's good, man, on my Twitch channel? EMP, y'all go follow his page. Non-Cowboys aren't legit. They still get bounced on the first round. Yeah, that could be quite possible there. Stud Wood, appreciate you. Gene Byram, yes. Harden with the question mark? No, Rogillo, I'm not Harden. By the fact, don't you guys think that I look damn good? You know what I mean? I'm just playing with you. Saints faced the Browns defense, and in which was good, and the Ravens defense was good. So yeah, got to figure out something. All dirty style, Christopher Colbert. Yes, we got to figure out something, man. We got to figure out something. We got to figure out something. Saints lost to Tampa Bay, 48-40. This is the thing. I think that, I guess, if the Saints lost to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it had to be at Tampa Bay's house, if I'm precise, right? So, and they took chances. They killed the Saints down the middle of the seams, vertical routes. With if we can get Tavon Austin back, we can do some things. We can open up a whole bunch of plays for this offense. Because we just don't have a vertical guy down the seams. Like Chris was saying, Chris Carter, I think it was him or Bart, they were talking about the fact that we don't have an elite tight end, nobody to be like, okay, we don't have an O.J. Howard. We don't have the other guy that's on the, I think his name is Cameron Brate. We don't have those type of tight ends. We got guys that's still developing out here. Kerry Teagle, what's up, man? Shout out to you, fam, that's on the scope. Yes, should they put Zeke in the slot a little bit more on passing downs? I would love to see that. I would love to see Ezekiel Elliott, my main man, in this slot. I would love to see him motion him. I love to see him not just. My thing is when they put Ezekiel Elliott out there to catch the ball out in the backfield, and he's like one of our second or third leading receiver that's on our team right now. Could be number one. I don't know for sure. I would love for the Cowboys to do this. When they motion Ezekiel Elliott all the way out to the outside, all they have to do is motion him right back into that slot position or the flanker and have him to run some type of designated route that's into the inside and send him up the field vertically into the inside. And that would take away most of those safety, bracket coverages and things like that on the outside as far as the Amari Coopers of the Royals and the Michael Gallup. That would work. That would actually work. I would love to see that. But whenever they move Ezekiel Elliott out of the setup and go into the empty back look, he's always motioned out to the far right corner or the far left corner. But we will see what they're going to do. Yeah, I'm not scared of the Saints. This is D-Town Text G. Yes. He's saying he's not scared. I'm not scared. We shouldn't be scared. We are playing at home. I think that our defense is going to be one of the scarier defenses that they play this year, outside of the Ravens, or I think they played the Ravens or what have you. I think that also the philosophy of just doing the time of possession, taking over that part of the deal, I think that that's where we can win. If we can do those small things, time of possession, running the ball, not just saying that we're going to play keep away, but let's just be real with it. The more and more time you give Drew Brees time to throw the ball, the more and more time he will carve up, and he will find the weaknesses in your defense, and he will embarrass you with those weapons that he got out there. But I think that, I'm going to say this again, that Byron Jones should get an interception this year. I mean, I guess against this game. If the ball is bad up in there, let Byron Jones get an INT. That would change the momentum around. That would put very, very, very high favors on him, especially picking the ball away from Drew Brees. That would be nice. And then on top of that, we need to make Alvin Kamara fumble the ball. We do. Ahmad, what's good, man? Good point, Law. Tavon would make it scary as offense. Yes. Ooh. We have yet to see. We saw number 27 do the reverse sweep, and he was still able to average 7 to 8 yards every time he do it, right? And that's since Amari Cooper been on his team. Can you imagine when you see Tavon Austin, you see the AC out there, you see the Gallup guy out there, and you see Ezekiel, my man Elliott out there? It will make this thing scary for the opposition. It will. Now, that's another thing. If Tavon Austin still got his speed and he's still looking fast and elusive out there, it'll make this team legitimate. It will be a team that now we have all poor man's Tyreek Hill, because Tyreek Hill is able to take the top off the defenses and just make everybody play back and scary. And then Kareem Hunt, whatever this guy's name, Hunt, is able to run the ball underneath, and they're able to throw the ball underneath. Then they got a vertical guy named Travis Kelce, who's able to vertically stretch the field up the middle field. And then, of course, you got Pat Mahomes, whose arm, it's just like, 3 or 4 of my guy Dak Prescott arms all into one. He's an accurate thrower of the ball. It's just that those weapons right there is something fantastic too. That's with the KC. But we'll figure out something, man. If Tavon Austin is at 82 or 83% or even at 89%, it will be a plus for us, because teams still have to respect speed. Yes. Slot Scans, what's good, man? What's good, babe? Thank you for tuning in to the Nation, Slot. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. We have to figure out something. Let me see if I can do this right here. Guys, I cannot say this much more. We have to figure out something to get things going in the right direction. My guy, Slot Skins, he got tons of football information. He will be posting the links down below and things like that, as far as accuracy of quarterback play and things of that nature. He's always into this mix. Let me see who else we have here. Angel, thank you for tuning in. Only one duck. Coop made Dak look good. Yes, he does. Hey, one can argue this right here. I'm not calling him this, but Joe Montana looked damn good with Jerry Rice, right? Steve Young looked good with Jerry Rice. Troy Aikman looked good with Michael Irvin. You see the trend that I'm going with? You see the trend? Even Cunningham and Dante Culpepper, they look good with Randy Moss. We can go on and on and on. The wide receiver play supposed to be able to bail out the quarterback at times. Now, the quarterback must also not make foolish mistakes. And one thing that I talked about earlier, and this guy brought it up, of all people, Skip Bayless. Go back and rewind if you can. Skip Bayless was talking about the fact that, hey, Cowboys have yet to do any turnovers. No turnovers. And there's a weird record. I think it's like, I don't know, my guy, he's going to have his Slot Scans. He's going to put that down there if he can find it. I think the record for Dak Prescott when he don't give up the interceptions and fumbles and turnovers, whatever it may be, it's like 25-3 or 25-4. And that's a nasty record. That's good. That's nice, nasty right there. So if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, and if, like I said before at the beginning of the year, all I want Dak Prescott to do is drive this bus and everybody else can just fall in place, he can drive us right through this playoff and we can do some major, major things. But this team is solid enough offensively. Now, of course, we can argue and lament about the play calling, but offensively, with the style and the way we play, taking over the time of possession, as long as we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, a la, I hate to throw this guy like this, but Ezekiel Elliott against the Seattle Seahawks game, fumbling the ball twice, stepping out of bounds, those type of games. As long as we don't do those type of games, we winning. If we can figure out a way to block downfield and block, in a nice way, we can figure out some things, baby. Yes, indeed. 23-1. Man, that's a crazy stat. Who is this? Run, Zeke, run. Gallup, Dez, 1.0. Yes, it is what it is. Can we put Lewis to cover the slot? I don't know. I think that's Anthony Brown's position to be the slot cover corner. I think that somehow Chris Richard made it that way, and it is what it is at this point. Whoever made the donation to help grow the nation, appreciate you, man. I saw that you retracted it, but thank you anyway for making a donation. Christopher Corbart, appreciate you for tuning in to the thing too. If we can get Beasley in this way, this is the thing. I respect more drawing more attention to the opposites, to the options to progress. Christopher Corbart. This is the thing with Cole Beasley. He's a short area quickness, and what his problem is when they bracket cover him. He's a guy that is not the tallest guy in the world, but he will find ways to catch the ball inside traffic when he's open. Dak Prescott, he does not forces the ball. So even though it may be a route that Cole Beasley won at the last minute of a throw, since we got Amari Cooper and since we got an Allen Hurns of the world, I think that the way that Dak Prescott throws the ball, he would rather hit the guy that's bigger, that's taller, that's standing up into his route. That's why they go with the Allen Hurns of the world. And who else? We saw a play with Noah Brown. He was able to catch the ball in traffic. And I think that's the only reason why he went with those guys opposed to going with a Cole Beasley. This is from Ben. What's good, man? Law, how about our defense? They ranked 24th on third downs conversions. What are your thoughts on that? We need to improve that. I didn't know it was 24th in the NFL. I think that number spiked because of the Tennessee Titans was like 11 for 13 or something like that against the third down. So that number should go down just a hair. We will see. In the last few games, I think we did a nice job against the Atlanta Falcons. I think we did a nice job of getting the team off on the third downs against the Eagles. But I would relook at that. Third down defense is everything. Remember that the Eagles game, LVE stepped it up on third downs. And remember this too, the Atlanta Falcons game. So that number, we shouldn't be ranked that bad on third down. I have to re-look at that. I trust what you're saying, but I have to verify that third down defense being ranked 24th overall. Do anybody got that feed where you can get that stat from? Because I'm going to take a look at that. We should be better than that. Because last year in 2017, our third down defense was ranked 28th. And we was talking about that we need to improve that number to at least 14th overall or 10th overall, because they had the Cowboys defense overall ranked 8th. We wasn't getting people off the field on the third down, so that hurt us last year. Of course, we was 9-7, still didn't go to the playoff last year, but that's still considered a winning season. But one can argue the fact that if we improve our third down defense, then we would have made it to the playoff. We'd have, of course, improved the quarterback efficiencies and other things. And Ezekiel Elliott wasn't suspended for 6 games as well. We would have improved a lot. Oh, Ben says it is 24th overall in the National Football League. We got to improve that third down defense, Dan. I do know that we are bend but don't break. What is this right here, Ben? What is our red zone defense as well? Since you got the stats there, man. Let me know, Ben. We have to improve that too, you know. But if we are in the wheelhouse of anywhere between the top 15 in red zone defense, then I can live with that. That would be the counter for our third down being ranked 24th. If we still like rank top 10 in red zone defense, because that would be the philosophy of bending but don't break, right? Yes. Who we got right here? Subliminal. Yeah, what's going on with you, man? Thank you for making the donation to help grow the nation. You said that, what are your thoughts of the pivotal Saints game that's coming up this Thursday? You think we can keep the game close? Yeah, you keep that game close by running the rock. I think your name is Subliminal. We run that rock. We get Cole Beasley involved. We take the TOP. We win that battle. We get this game close. We get this game close. Close games at home normally is in favor of the home team. So we keep this game close. But you do not give Drew Brees plenty of opportunities, because he's not going to be like a Colt McCoy. He's not going to be like a Matt Ryan. He's not going to be like a Carson Wentz. He's not going to be like Marcus Mariota, although he carved us and killed us, but he's a quarterback tier higher than all those guys. And on top of that, this was the first team that we beat in a long time that was above 500. And I'm talking about the Redskins of all teams. So we're going to have to have our best game coming around next Thursday, and hopefully me, Vach Lombardi, and a few other YouTubers and bloggers, we can get together, have like a round table, we can talk about this. Maybe we can bring on some Saints guys and we can talk about this Cowboys game versus Saints. What's up, Mark, man? Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. Zachariah, appreciate you for tuning in. The boys are back, baby. Yes, we're back. Yes, indeed, we're back. Yes, indeed. Let me turn this down. We back, baby. Cowboys Nation all day. Yes, indeed. Now, what do you think? We beat the Saints if we control possessions. Yes, King. Yes, King. Jop. Yes, we will win if we control that clock, if we control that possession of time. Paul G, what's up, man? Yes, this outlaw. Studwood, what's good? Kerry Teagle, what's good? Yes, it's true. They converted third and long downs too. We're bad at the third down, but we forcing field goals. That's cool. So as long as we force field goals, this is from Angel Rodriguez. Man, as long as we force those field goals, man, it's all good in the hood, right? Yes, Torre, what's good with you, man? Shout out to you and your whole entire family. Da Vinci, Noah Brown should be on the field when the other teams have 5-yard line. Yes, play action. I think that we should feature Noah Brown a little bit more into this offense. All right. Are we still number 3 in scoring defense? D-Town Tex. I will have to look that up. We may have to post that after this stream is over with. But if we're number 3 in scoring defense, that would be nice. But those 20 points the other day, and I guess the other team put up 20 points or close to it, 19 points, they should stagger that number just a little bit. And if the Redskins put up 20 points, and then on top of that, the Atlanta Falcons put up 19 points, I think that the Saints may put up 22 to 25 points as well. So we're going to be right around here, but we peaking though. And that's good to be peaking right around this time. Charles Mayfield, what's good, man? Shout out to you. Thank you, man. And he said, shout out to all of the Cowboys comrades. Yes, all our contemporaries out here. Yes, appreciate you. Yes, Boys for Life, Rosa. Yes, Jews trolling. What's good, man? Don't get it into the shootout match with the Saints. Yeah, you do not want to get into a shootout match. This game, believe it or not, this game could be similar if we do get into the shootout. This game can be similar to the 2016 game that we played against another proficient quarterback. It can be like this. The game can be like this. It can be like the 2016 matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers, or it could be like the playoff game that we lost to against Aaron Rodgers. It can be like one of those games where all of a sudden our offense started hitting the seams and hitting up and playing up to speed and got into a shutout match with Aaron Rodgers, although we lost. But it could be like that 2016 Green Bay Packers game, the one that we lost, or it could be like the 2016 Pittsburgh Steelers game that we won. So that's what we're going to be looking at, believe it or not, Thursday. We need everybody, all hands on deck. We need those guys to be really, really, really efficient. That's all we got to be like. Yes. Here's what we're saying. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. Boy, you clutch with those numbers, man. You are clutch with those numbers. He says the Dallas Cowboys are ranked number 5 in red zone points allowed. So that means that although we rank horrible off third down defense, it's a bend but don't break, because he top 10 in red zone defense. If I can verify those numbers, but I trust you, man. I trust you. But we're gonna have to figure some things out all together collectively. I really appreciate each and every last one of you guys as I wrap this thing up. Please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. Tell people about Law Nation. I do have a podcast. It's LAW Nation. We talk football. We do film breakdowns, film reviews. We also just in general talk some good conversation on the podcast as well. So we do a lot of things for the Cowboys. We have a sponsored deal that every home game that we kind of do like this pep rally deal with Cowboys Experience, whereas we bring in current and former players that play for the Cowboys, and we just like a meet and greet session. And the ticket pricing for that is extremely low. Just go to my description box. There should be a website. That's www.cowboysxp or Cowboys Experience. Jump on that page, see what we have to offer. I'm not begging you to do anything, but if you love the Cowboys, you'll figure out a way to either be there, get close to the Cowboys and things like that, especially if you're in the Cowboys Dallas area. You can go out there and see these wonderful and beautiful things that's happening. And then on top of that, I had my guy Jerry Reese the other day to come out to the event. He brought his wife, his kids, Drew Pearson was able to sign his son's shoes and sign some autographed footballs for free 99. Didn't cost him 1 cent. So at all our events, we have Drew Pearson. I'm talking about the original 88. I'm getting caught up with the Drews, but you guys know how they go, right? I'm going to blame it on the coffee. Too much coffee. Yeah, so just hit me up, man, especially if you are first time ever going to a Cowboys game and you don't want to pay like out of the wazoo and all this stuff, and you want to be able to come to the game, having a wonderful experience, meet people that you kind of see every day out here. Just hit me up. We should just go to their website, and you should find some reasonable tickets as well there. Let me just do a few more things before I run. Shout out to Slots, man, for being on the mod. I've just made him one. He's just been on this thing, man, helping me out. KD Dollars, man, appreciate you. D-Town Text. Everybody who been part of this thing growing since I was trying to force everybody to say, hey, join the notification squad. It took me about 20 minutes to get this show going before we can go. But that's all the time I have for this wonderful, and I'm talking about beautiful day. Shop wisely. Don't shop too much. Stay in your range. Put it like this. Know your boundaries, right? Do not go crazy on Black Friday. Remember, there's always a Cyber Monday. And then on top of that, there's things that you can just sit back and say to yourself, I don't have to just go broke for to have somebody to have a nice little holiday. Because the best thing that you can ever do with anyone, especially your loved ones, is spending time with them. Time is the most valuable asset that you will ever have on this planet. So spend time with your loved ones. I spend time with you guys because I love you guys. I talk about the Cowboys. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning talking about the Cowboys because I love you guys. And I'm also up right now talking about the Cowboys before noon because I love you guys and I love to push this stuff out all about the Cowboys Nation all day. I know this is the longest wrap up in life, but you guys got to know that this team is doing something special. We got things going in the right direction. All we got to do now is just take this momentum and continue to grow this thing, continue to push this thing up, and it will be a glorious and a wonderful deal. Yes. Let me give a couple more shout out. Rue, what's good, man? You was up with me too, man. I hope you have a good day when you get off of your job, man. Yes, Paul G, Torre, KD Dollars, Bobby. I think I saw my guy Roy from earlier. Yes, everybody. Roy, I'm talking about Louisiana Roy. Yes, Rasheen. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to this thing. Don't forget to hit that share button. That's the best thing you can do for me. Taco should be back versus the Saints. Yes, Mark. Yeah, let's get this thing going one way or another. That's all the time I have for this beautiful day. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. Let's jam on out. Watch how that beat come in. Yeah. That's that victory dance right here. Just sway with it. Shout out to Sheila though. Yeah. I haven't forgot about you, baby. Yes. Yes. Louisiana Roy. I'm gonna come down there and get some beignets, man. Yup. Chris Dantzler. Yes, what's good, man? Yup. Dance out with me, baby. Y'all dance out with me. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this coffee, you know. We number one, baby. Yes. Cowboys Nation. Kerry Teagle. What's up? Appreciate you, Slot. Dropping those facts down there. And remember, you guys are listening to nothing but the best.